If you love romantic movies, then today's explanation is for you. The story begins in a company where love and relationships are strictly forbidden. And this rule was created by the company's own CEO, Cruz. But the interesting thing is that in this movie, Cruz herself is going to break that very rule. Cruz is a very strict woman and someone who is extremely dedicated to her company. One day, she arrives at the office just like every other day. But little does she know that this day is about to become one of the most difficult days of her life. The company's lawyer is sitting in his office having lunch, when suddenly something gets stuck in his throat. He can't breathe and collapses unconscious right there. Some employees immediately rush him to the hospital, but at the same time, the company has several important legal cases pending, and because of this, CEO Cruz becomes very worried. At this point, we are introduced to Daniel, a small-time lawyer. The company calls him in for help. Daniel is shocked when he learns that he has been given a chance to work for such a huge company. Without wasting any time, he arrives at the office, where he meets Cruz for the very first time. The moment Daniel sees Cruz, he is impressed by her and instantly starts liking her. He even compliments her, but Cruz is a very strict person. She immediately asks him if he is truly capable of handling the legal matters of such a large company. However, Daniel quickly proves himself. Right in front of Cruz, he manages to solve several important problems. Seeing his talent, Cruz is impressed and offers him a job at the company. As time passes, Daniel and Cruz slowly start getting closer to each other. But Cruz always remembers the company rule that she herself created. Because of that, she often behaves coldly and rudely toward Daniel. One day, the company's old lawyer finally returns. As soon as he enters his office, he finds Daniel sitting there. Furious, he immediately calls for a board meeting. Soon, the meeting begins, and many powerful people from the company attend. Most of them support the old lawyer. Some even start questioning Cruz's leadership and claim that she may no longer be making the right decisions for the company. That's when Daniel stands up and begins speaking. His speech is so powerful that everyone in the room is left impressed. By the end of the meeting, people are applauding him, and the board ultimately decides in Daniel's favor. The old lawyer leaves the room in anger. After this, Daniel's value inside the company grows even more, and at the same time, Cruz begins developing feelings for him as well. However, some people in the company start suspecting that there might be something going on between Daniel and Cruz. One day, Cruz has to travel for an important business trip, and she takes Daniel with her. During this trip, the two spend a lot of time together, and eventually, they fall in love. Even after returning to the company, they continue meeting in secret, but inside the office, they act cold and professional toward each other, so that nobody finds out about their relationship. Unfortunately, secrets don't stay hidden forever. One day, the truth finally comes out, and everyone learns about their relationship. Daniel tells Cruz that maybe it's time to accept their relationship publicly, but Cruz refuses. Daniel then asks her a simple question. What's more important to you, the company or me? And Cruz answers without hesitation, the company. Hearing this, Daniel is heartbroken. He immediately quits his job and walks away. After Daniel leaves, Cruz starts feeling miserable. She can't stop thinking about him. Slowly, she realizes that creating the no relationship rule may have been a huge mistake. The guilt becomes so overwhelming that she finally decides to hold a press conference and resign from her position as CEO. News of her resignation spreads throughout the company, and eventually, it reaches Daniel as well. The moment Daniel hears about it, he rushes back to the company. But by the time he arrives, the press conference has already begun. Somehow, he makes his way through the crowd and the media until he finally reaches Cruz. And then, in front of everyone, Daniel proposes to her. The entire hall bursts into applause. Cruz is overwhelmed with happiness and accepts his proposal. At that very moment, the company's no relationship rule is officially removed forever. And with that, this beautiful romantic movie comes to an end. If you enjoyed this explanation, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments which movie explanation or ending you'd like to